New Orleans. The setting in this dome just serves to amplify the excitement of the folks in New Orleans as their Saints burst from the tunnel a moment ago. They're set, and we're set as well as the Saints get ready to do battle with Matthew Stafford and the Detroit Lions. The kicker for the Saints, Will Lutz, has it teed up, and here we go from New Orleans. That's fielded in the end zone. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25. The 24-yard line. Now the Notre Dame man, this is Theo Riddick. And he'll get this one up to the 26. Big Sheldon Rankins there to bring him down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Here's Stafford now on second down. This one complete to his fullback out of the backfield. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 17 yards on the pickup there, and the drive will continue. First carry for LeGarrette Blount. And a good pickup there. He gets about 6 up to midfield.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Okay, we got 4. We got 4. Let's go, fellas. We got 4 down. Let's go. Chinese Regal. Chinese on Regal. Chinese on Regal. Ready. Ready.
From the 50, it's Stafford. Rolling to his right. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he's got this down to the 35. His first catch, good for 16 and a first. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Stafford on 1st down. And to the left side here, Wilson. And he'll go down at the 28. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Now Riddick. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
They go play action here on first down. Out to the flat for Riddick. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. They'll get a couple yards on that one, and that'll make it 2nd down. Clock running under a minute to go in a scoreless first quarter. They'll fake the give. Now Stafford. He's got his man. It's caught for a Lion touchdown. In for the score. And the Lions take it right down and score on the opening drive.
I do believe we came here to see a game, didn't we? And it looks like he's running what we call routes versus air. You just go out there with your offensive unit and throw the football with no defense. He's 5 for 5 on the opening drive.
He was on his game there for drive number 1, but my only thing is now he can't go any higher than that. He was so perfect. Can he do it again later?
Yeah, all he cares about right now is making it 10 for 10, 15 for 15.
Keeping that going.
And he feels like he can get it done.
Martin, the punter, now out to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. So Bree's going to lead the Saints up here 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Now with the play clock down to 2, we're going to get a timeout here. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. And the former Heisman winner, this is Mark Ingram. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. He was brought down by Devon Kennard.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
Second and 6, just inside the 30.
Hey, ready. We're waiting. Watch 41.
With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's Saints football to begin quarter number 2. On second down, Kamara. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Staying on the ground on first with Kamara. And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he stopped behind the line of scrimmage.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
On 3rd and long, it's Breeze. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
Oh, a big decision here early. Look at this. They're going to go for it on their own side of the field.
Ready. You waiting?
They do go for it. It's Breeze. And Gibbs got it. Not often do 4th down conversions result in 23 yards, but that's the case here. 1st down.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. So 2 first downs, and that moves the ball to the 42 now, 1st and 10. Now a play fake here on 1st down. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result?
Sack.
Quarterback gets hit.
Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down.
4 down, 4 down.
Shotgun now for Breeze. Looking long for a battle for it, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 20. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. A minute 59 to go in the first half. We're back to New Orleans after this. All right, CD, let's take a quick look back at what Detroit did last year. Matt Patricia's first season, they go 6-10, and prior to that, they were 9-7 in the final year of Jim Caldwell. So, look, there was some early excitement with Matt Patricia, but the bottom line is it's another year without a playoff win, and this year not even a playoff appearance.
Yeah, they have had one playoff win since the championship game of 1957, the NFL championship game. So that's hard to believe with a franchise like the Detroit Lions. At one point, they were NFL royalty. So looking forward, Matt Patricia reshaping the team in his image, trying to get better, obviously, on defense, which is his specialty. But they fortify.
And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack. Sheldon Rankins able to get in there and drop him for a 2-yard loss. After the sack, Stafford and the Lions come up on a 3rd and long situation. Off of play action. Here's Stafford. And he'll find Galladay. That's complete. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. That goes for a gain of 31. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to take this across the 50 and into Saints territory. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, got to like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
Now it's Stafford. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Out of the gun, Stafford. And that is incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
And here now the punter, Martin, booming this one away. Well, Charles, a little bit earlier you were talking about the first time that the Saints and Eagles met up earlier this season as we think about their upcoming playoff game, which you will be calling, by the way. But 48-7 was the final in Week 11. What are the keys in this upcoming game?
Well, for New Orleans, an intact offensive line would be a great start. They were dinged up a little bit down the stretch. Their ability to run the football with Mark Ingram and Alvin Kamara allows Drew Brees to make those throws downfield to guys like Mike Thomas and make the big plays and, of course, swing it out to Kamara out of the backfield. On the defensive side of the ball, their ability to pressure Nick Foles will actually be a key in this game. Cam Jordan, their all-pro defensive end, will have a big hand in that.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Alert! Alert! You ready? You waiting? I got you.
Breeze now on 1st down. Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. And now we won't see a play on 1st down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. Throwing on first down is Breeze. Eluding the pressure, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. And okay, so much for our halftime break. Apparently we're going to get right back to it. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Out come the Saints now. They'll go on offense first here to begin the third quarter. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. On first down, Breeze. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. Well, while we have a second, let's look ahead to the divisional round of the AFC. Of course, Indianapolis and Kansas City kicking things off. And, Charles, the Colts 4-0 all-time versus KC in the playoffs. They're becoming a pretty trendy pick.
They really are, and a lot of it is because of the strength of their offensive and defensive lines, not to mention how Andrew Luck is playing in his comeback season here in 2018. But Kansas City, the #1 seed, they're seeking to break that trend of losing games in the playoffs at home that they shouldn't. This is another opportunity with Patrick Mahomes leading the way.
Speaking of losing games in the playoffs, Phillip Rivers and the Chargers 0-7, including the playoffs against New England with Tom Brady at quarterback. Can they stem the tide?
This is their opportunity. No better chance for the Chargers to get it done. As I always say to you, if not now, Chargers, when? Even though it is going to New England.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Easy, kill.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Carr. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A big 30-yard play on 3rd. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10.
Ready. You ready?
Breeze now on 1st down. And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. Christian Jones. In from his linebacker spot. He's able to drop him for a loss of about 10.
Got it.
On 2nd down, here's Breeze. And he's going to go down again. Devon Kennard in there to get him. And this pass rush strong now. That's sacks on back-to-back plays.
Whoa. Got it.
From the gun on 3rd down, Breeze. And that one drops incomplete as he got popped as he was throwing it.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result.
This offense converted once on 4th down earlier. Now they're out there again to try once more. They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. And this is incomplete. A surprising move to go for it, and predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And the Lions will get the football back in terrific field position. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Here's Riddick. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield is success on 1st down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop it. Ellington has it, middle of the field. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion.
Nothing fancy on 1st down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, he often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for 2nd down, staying ahead of schedule.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading the play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
They go back to Riddick. And he's got the 1st down as he gets it to the 8. And they got 3 yards. That's enough. A conversion, and now it's 1st and goal. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the 1st half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
He's going to get it running right. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down. The crowd here in the Dome making things difficult. 3rd and goal. From the gun, here's Stafford. Buying time to his left. The decision to tuck and run gets him 3, but that's not enough. Now it's 4th. Back now here live in New Orleans. It's the Lions holding onto the football, and they also have the lead as we start quarter number 4. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to make it a 2-score game. And Prater's kick is on the money. It's good. And the lead moves to 10-zip. A big one there. That gives him a little cushion and makes it a 2-score game.
Yeah, bled a little time off the clock, put some points on the board. It's not totally out of reach yet, but it has to feel pretty good to them right now because as a defender, you go out on the field and say, guess what? You can put some points on the board, but that won't beat us.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. And now the Saints get set to trot out there. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. A good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes
he rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 42. Look at the dance and the juke. And a terrific return as he brings this one all the way back to the 30. Scoring has really been at a premium. And, Charles, you got to tip your cap to this defense coming in here. And their offense, too, but this whole team coming in here on the road, getting a hard-fought win.
I think the way that they're finishing this one up, an exclamation point on a terrific game. As you noted, hard for them to put points on the board, and they hold them down one more time and finalize things.
After the interception, here's Stafford. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by the linebacker, Manti Te'o. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27. Two-score game here in the fourth, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy because with a two-score lead, you would think maybe you're just sitting on it and trying to drain some clock. It's almost like they felt like, hey, we've got a good cushion. We can keep pressing it. It ended up costing them.
He finds an opening past the 40. Out of the backfield, that's complete to Kamara as they finally wrangle him in at the 48. And a nice gain at 21 yards. Even though this offense doesn't have a single point to its name, they're not totally out of this game yet. A touchdown here, they could be in business.
And how about that last play? Now they've got momentum going. So, I'm a big advocate. Get back on the line of scrimmage. Throw another play at them while you've got them rocked on their heels.
A nice pick up there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks. Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Ready. Yellow lead.
Working from the gun, it's Breeze. Thomas has got it, complete. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. That'll go as a loss of 5. And it'll make this a 2nd and long. Now, Breeze again. He's got it at the 15. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. And that one results in 35 yards.
Got it.
On 1st and 10, here's Breeze. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Christian Jones, the one who picked it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Thought they had something going there to break that goose egg here in the second half, but to no avail.
Hope was alive until that interception. What a terrific play, taking the ball away after it looked like they were starting a drive.
And now that shutout still standing. You know that's something those defensive guys hold a lot of pride on, too.
No doubt about it. They're excited about where they are in this game.
On the ground, it's Reddick. He's got room to run past the 20. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards. It moves the sticks. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Reddick with a carry. And he works his way forward for a couple up past the 30.
And this is an absolutely big 3rd down that's been set up here, partner, and there's no other way to put it. The defense has to get a stop here if they have any hopes of winning this game.
Pastor, you said big 3rd down. I'd put the word big in capital letters here. Now, this is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. Time for a break. We're back to finish this one off after this. The Lions on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. The shotgun snap for Stafford. It's hauled in by Ellington. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. The quick slant, good for 8 and a first. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. handoff looking right. And he's going to bowl his way forward to the 48. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short. Starting to become a tough spot for this defense. You're down fourth quarter, looking a little fatigued maybe on that side of the ball.
Partner, we've seen this before, haven't we? Because every coach we've ever talked to says body language is important. And now you're seeing guys with their hands on their hips, they're bent over, hands on their knees. And the offensive guys are just saying, let's just keep running it out, and we've got them now.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's third down. And now the Saints are going to take a timeout on defense as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. The Lions on third down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 4.
Set. Blue 60.
Stafford now to throw. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete. A pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it, and in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
And they'll let this one go right on the outskirts of the 10. They'll down it at the 11-yard line. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already, but they can't get ahead of themselves. They know that they need to score quickly.
Yep, 2-score game.
Onside kick and get the ball back and then score again, but they can't worry about the last 2 points. The only thing that matters is scoring quickly, then they'll take it from there.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. I want to go back to something you said in the first quarter about winning.
Is it a positive?
It is a positive.
Okay.
About winning the turnover battle. As a visiting team, as an underdog, you were right. They've done just that, and look where it's gotten them.
It's part of the formula. When you go on the road, as you mentioned, being an underdog, winning the turnover battle is a big key, and this one's playing out in this one.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
21.
Breeze to throw. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. The target that time, Michael Thomas. And that'll make it 3rd down. Tried to go for the big one there on 2nd down. Now they're likely down to their final 2 plays.
And you know they've got to keep going for the big shot, right? So defensively, you play what they call top down. Nothing behind you. Make everything get completed in front.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Back to throw, Breeze. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Deshaun Shedd. And they will finally run him down, but not until he brings us one all the way back down inside the 10-yard line. They had him back deep, got the interception, and now they start inside the 10.
Partner, forget starting inside the red zone. They're inside the green zone. From the 10-yard line in, a lot of teams call it that because that's the money zone. Get it into the end zone and make your cash.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. LeGarrette Blount, a 9-yard touchdown run. And the Lions use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Prater on to add the extra point. Prater for the extra point, and that makes our score 17-0. Martin, the punter, now out to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Now the Saints offense, they get ready to go back to work here. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. And we've got a timeout. 9 seconds remaining. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield.
Ready.
They go play action here on first down. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that is incomplete. 2 seconds left on the clock. He was trying to get it that time to Ted Ginn. And now it's second down.
Ready. Yellow lady, yellow lady. 40's mine, 40's mine. Got it.
One final try here for Breeze. Being chased out left. He's going to let it fly. And that is caught. But he will come down out of bounds, says the side judge. Incomplete. So, Charles, are able to complete what so often seems to be elusive, a shutout in the NFL. And maybe what's fitting is they ended the game on the field, that defensive unit on the field. What an exclamation mark.
And probably felt like
they gon' let me in this club in these dirty vans. Clean money, I count stacks with these dirty hands. Do a show, cut the rack with my new advance. 50 bands, 80 bands, 100 bands. I'm the American dream. We the American dream. No money, no class, look at them. Look at them, how to make it in America. Real day one, ain't a lot of us. Mom worked 2 jobs, it was hard for us. Me and sis made it out, now she proud of us. They didn't teach me how to rap in those private schools. Wasn't like my rich friends, had a lot to lose. Less money, less options, lot of rules. So when that first deal came, it was opportune. And shorty got potential, I scout that. She say she in love, but I doubt that. Maybe it's the clout. I get love in the north, I get love in the south, yeah. Shorty claims she a feminist, and her feminine. Girl, you know that he average. Girl, you know I'm a savage. They gon' let me in this club in these dirty vans. Clean money, I count stacks with these dirty hands. Do a show, cut the rack with my new advance. 50 bands, 80 bands, 100 bands. I'm the American dream. We the American dream. No money, no class, look at them. No money, now I'm in the Benz truck with a new honey. They said I wouldn't make it, I'm like, you funny. Laughing at my haters like, you dummies. The night is young, girl, what can you do for me? 6 figures, 5 shows, big ballin'. Look, I'm very important. I took a break, had some things I had to get sorted. I might retire in my prime like I'm M. Jordan. Table dancing in Southampton. Use the glasses for Vanish. Be cooling out in the whip, but I done dared every girl on my list. KD at the 3, Djokovic with the racket. Phelps in the pool, I'm like Speed at the Masters. Girl, you know you a bad. Girl, you know I'm a savage. They gon' let me in this club in these dirty vans. Clean money, I count stacks with these dirty hands. Do a show, cut the rack with my new advance. 50 bands, 80 bands, 100 bands. I'm the American dream. We the American dream. No money, no class, look at them. Another day.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL has us at the Mercedes-Benz Superdome in downtown New Orleans. This is what it looked like just a moment ago in the heart of New Orleans. Folks, there's no place for this noise to go in the Superdome. It is loud, and these fans are ready for football as their Saints get ready to do battle with Dak Prescott and the Dallas Cowboys. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here.